So in the past 3 months, I made a total of 27 trades. That puts me at $12,500 in profit. That's approximately $140 a day. In this video, I'm going to be going over the exact strategy that I use to make these trades. It's a mixture of day trading and swing trading. So if that's interesting, definitely stick around. So this video is sort of like a part 2 of a video I made a while back. I'll leave that video link down below in the comments or description. I definitely encourage you to watch that one first. But in this video, I kind of want to expand a little bit more and share everything more in detail. So there are 3 things that you're going to need. The first is a crypto exchange of your choice that you'll be trading on. The one that I'm going to be using and demonstrating on today is called Kucoin. I've been using them for a really long time. They have extremely low trading fees, and they are also the sponsor of this video. So Kucoin, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. The second thing you'll need is TradingView. That's where you're going to be doing all your analysis on. They do have a free version, but in order to access more of their indicators, you will have to pay for it. And the third thing you'll need is called Lux Algo. They are a paid indicator that integrates with TradingView. It'll let you know when to buy, when to sell. It also has really useful indicators like trend catchers and trend tracers, which I'll explain and talk about later on in this video. But they are also a partner of this channel. I've been using them for a while. I love it, and pretty much, I use Lux Algo to make all of these trades. Now, there are a couple of things I do want to address before moving forward in this video. If you've never traded before and you're interested in trading, I highly encourage you to start as an investor first. Invest a couple of dollars that you are willing to invest. Understand how the market moves and behaves before you begin trading. Even after this entire video and after I explain everything, you will most likely lose a couple trades in the beginning, and that's just how the game works. You should never be trading with your entire portfolio. So let's say you have a $10,000 account, then you should only really be trading with $500 to $1,000. You want to do this because you want to trade with a small amount of your account. If you trade with your, entire account, it's going to really mess with your emotions. You're going to make irrational decisions. You're not going to sleep well. You're going to be looking at your account every day. You just don't want to be living like that. This strategy does not require you to learn any patterns. The goal of this strategy is to make small gains and consistent gains time and time again. When you're trading, you don't really have to trade 10 different types of currencies. The goal is to select 1 or 2 that you really understand and that you also don't mind investing in long term. You want to choose a currency, look left, study the past behavior of that cryptocurrency to help you determine future performance. Of course, past results don't guarantee future performance, but certain currencies behave in a certain way that others don't. With that said, the cryptocurrency that I like to trade is called Oasis Network, also known as Rose. They recently got listed on Coinbase, and they are the currency that my team on the Patreon group we usually trade. If you guys are interested in checking it out, I do have a Patreon group, link down below. That's where I share all my buys, sells, my strategies, how I'm navigating these markets. We have an amazing and growing community, and you'll have access to the Discord group where you can engage with other team members. So right now I'm inside my TradingView account. The first thing that I'm going to do is open up the cryptocurrency that I'm going to be trading. So anywhere on the keyboard, you can type in Rose, and then I'm going to go to the time frame on the top left and switch over to the 15-minute. Sometimes within a chart, it may look very confusing, but all you got to do is go over to the price right over here and move it up or down, or double click on it. Now, because this is called the RSI strategy, you're going to go over to the indicator section and type in RSI. The relative strength index should pop up. You're going to go ahead and click on that, and you're going to see something like this. Now, typically I do like to trade on the 15-minute time frame, but there are times where I like to trade within the 5 or 10 minutes. So for this example, let's just switch over to the 10 minutes right in between. Now, if you look at the RSI chart on the bottom, you'll notice the numbers on the right hand side. Anything 30 or below is considered oversold. Anything 70 or above is considered overbought. But generally, it's really hard to time the tops and bottoms. What I like to say is you can't time the tops, you can't time the bottoms, but there's a lot of money to be made in the middle, or a lot of opportunity in the middle. And that's what we're trying to take advantage of. So the strategy is to build a position down near the 30s and sell anytime we get close to the 70s. So what you would have done is bought over here, and sell over here. So let's play out a scenario, right? Let's say you build a position right over here. You went up around 1.5%, but the RSI never reached 70. And instead, guess what the market decided to do? It decided to correct down, and now you are down around 1.25%. But the RSI hit 30 again, so you're going to build another position over here. And so now your average cost is somewhere right over here. And then you would have rode all this volatility until the RSI hit close to 70. That is about a 2% gain, and that is when you will sell. Once again, you would buy down here when the RSI hit 30. You would ride this up, and you would sell it right about now for about a 3% gain. So the goal of this strategy is not to make a 10x, a 50x. It's just to make consistent small gains time and time again, but with a large account. So if you have a small size account, like a $100 account, and you make a 2% gain, well, that's only going to be like $2, right? So it doesn't really seem like a lot, but the goal is to have a high win rate instead of the dollar amount. So don't think about the dollar amount too much. Think about the percentage gains that you'll be making, because if you can make a 2% gain on a $100 account, that means that when you make a 2% gain on a $10,000 account, that's going to be $200. You make a 2% gain on a $100,000 account, that's going to be $1,000. So practicing with a smaller account is going to help you succeed when you have a larger account. So right now we are on the 15-minute time frame. This is my favorite time frame to trade on. Now, the reason why I pulled this one out is because I think it's a great example of times where the RSI hits close to 30, but the market continues lower. We had another incident where we hit 30 again right over here, but the market went lower. So how do you know when to enter into a trade? Do you enter in all the time when it hits 30, or do you hold off? This is where Lux Algo comes extremely handy. Once you've subscribed to them, they're going to give you instructions on how to connect. Once you have, you're going to click on indicator, then you're going to search up Lux Algo Premium. It should pop up on the top left corner. You're going to go ahead and click on setting. On signal mode, you're going to switch over to contrarian, and you're going to leave everything as is. That's the only thing that I like to switch off. I'm going to click on OK, and you're going to see all these buy and sell signals switch over. When the RSI hit close to 30, we received a buy signal, and that's when I would enter my first trade. Now, when I enter in, I like to enter in 25% at a time. In other words, if I have a $1,000 account, I would enter $250 over here. Now, the RSI dipped again near 30 around this range, but we did not get a buy signal. So typically in those moments, I would not enter a trade because that would save me from more potential downside. Instead, when we hit close to 30 and we got another buy signal, that's when I would enter in another 25%. So I entered 25% over here and another 25% over here. That means that my average cost is now somewhere around this range. And usually when I use the Lux Algo, I don't look at the sell too much. I kind of use it as reference, but I personally like to sell on my own, terms. So if I bought around here, usually by a 3% gain, sure, maybe I could have sold right there. That would have worked. Or I could have waited until the RSI hit close to 70 and sold at a 5% gain. Of course, the market ended up going a little bit higher. I can't time the top, but the goal is to secure your profits, because if I didn't secure my profits then I would only be up approximately 2.3%. Now, a common question that I did receive was, Eddie, how do I connect my exchange to my TradingView account? And the answer is you can't, right? A lot of crypto exchanges don't support or can't be integrated with TradingView. With stocks, a little bit different. With crypto, you can't. And so you're using TradingView for your analysis, and you're making your trades separately through a trading account. So inside my Kucoin account, I have about $66,000, and this is the account that I like to use when I trade actively. The reason why I recommend Kucoin is because they have an extremely low trading fee of 0.1%. So that is why when you make like a 2 to 3% gain and you're only spending 0.2% including buy and sell, you're still making a considerable amount of profit. A lot of people, I remember in the comment section in the previous video, talked about how, Eddie, my trading fee is like 1%, 2%, 3%. Like, yeah, if you're going to be paying that much more in fee, then you shouldn't be using those exchanges. But with Kucoin, 0.1%. With Kucoin, you're going to have an overview, main, and trading. These are the only three that we're going to be focusing on. When you click on your main account, you can see that I have about $0. If you go to my trading account, you can see that I have about $66,000. So you can have a main account where you invest regularly long term and have a separate trading account where you trade actively. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is fund your account. There are two ways to do this. Number one, you can send a stable coin of your choice like Tether into your account, or you can send over a cryptocurrency like Cardano with extremely low fees and fast transactions into Kucoin, sell it to Tether, and then trade rows. So right now I'm inside my Coinbase Pro account. I have about $2,000 worth of Cardano, and I want to withdraw it and deposit it into my Kucoin account. So I'm going to go ahead and click on withdraw, click on ADA, crypto address, 2. And then within my Kucoin account, I'm not able to deposit it into my trading account directly. So I'm going to have to switch over to main. You can scroll down and look for ADA, or you can just type in ADA on the search bar over here. Click on deposit. The network you're going to select is going to be the Cardano network. Copy the address. And the network fee is about 0.1 ADA, which is less than 10 cents. Withdraw ADA. Confirm the code. And my withdrawal has been started. And what's really cool about Kucoin is that once you started your transferring process, you can track your status over here. It's just switched over to complete, and it looks like my ADA is over here. Now, inside your main account, you're not able to buy and sell your crypto in Kucoin, which is a really good thing because it's considered like your holding portfolio. In order to sell it or buy more of it, you're going to click on transfer, and then you're going to transfer from your main account to your trading account. For me, I'm going to transfer the max amount, confirm. And then if I go click on my trading tab, you're going to be able to see my ADA balance. I'm going to click on trade, and then you can sell it to Bitcoin, USDT, USDC, or KCS, which is Kucoin's native token. For me, I'm going to switch it over to USDT. Now, I do think that Kucoin has one of the best trading interfaces from my personal experience. They also do integrate TradingView, and everything is very big, clear to see. There's not a lot of confusion, and your trading account will be protected by a 6-digit trading password that you will get to set. I'm going to enter mine in, and then you'll be able to begin your trades. So the amount of ADA, you can decide. You can either sell 25%, 50, 75, or 100. So I'm going to sell all of my ADA, and then under limit, I'm going to enter the price that I want to sell it at. So I can either manually enter in 0.852, or I can just go ahead and click on the current price. It'll automatically enter in it for me. Click on sell ADA, and then right under this tab over here, it's going to let you know the progress of your order. So right now, 901 ADA has been sold out of 2,379. All of my Cardano has been sold into USDT, and now I can begin buying or trading the cryptocurrency of my choice, which is going to be Rose. I'm going to click on trade, Rose USDT. Now, if you ever wanted to trade a different cryptocurrency, you can go to the top left corner over here, click over here, and type in the cryptocurrency of your choice. So let's say you wanted to trade Matic. All the options will pop up and you can begin trading it. You can click on that and it'll set up separate tabs on the top left corner. So if you ever wanted to trade ADA, click on that, Matic over here, or get rid of it. And we just want to focus on Rose for this video. So when I trade, I have two tabs open. The first one is going to be TradingView. The second one is going to be Rose, and I interchangeably open them back and forth. So I'll use TradingView for my analysis and Kucoin to enter in and exit trades. So when a buy signal appears, what I'll do is I'll switch over to Kucoin. I would click on whatever price that shows me right over here, click on 25%, and then click on buy Rose. It's important that you highlight this, copy and paste it to a separate note, or write it down. And that is because when you enter in another 25% the second time, this number is not going to be the same. It's going to be a lot smaller because your first order got filled. For example, if you have $1,000 and entered in 25%, well, $250 is in a trade and you have $750 left over. Well, 25% of 750 is not 250. It's going to be 187. So right now, Rose is getting a slight dip, which is kind of nice. If I switch over to the 5-minute, you can see that the RSI is slowly reaching 30. And we did get a buy signal on the 5 minutes. So, just for this example, I'm going to enter in a trade right now. So I'm going to click on the current price, click on 50%, buy Rose, and my order got filled. And usually once I buy or accumulate, I let the team know, hey, I added another 11,000 Rose at 21.97 in my Kucoin position. Next, what I would usually do is use the price range tool right over here and then measure from the price that I entered at, which is around here, and measure up a 2 to 3% gain. So let's shoot for a 3% gain. Under the annotation tool, you're going to go click on price label, mark it right over there at 22,632 cents. So in order to lock in profit, you're going to type in 0.226. The amount is going to be up to you. For me, let's just say 100%. Click on sell and your order should be in the order book. So if Rose were to ever hit 22.6, then it would automatically sell at that level and I would lock in a 3% gain. I don't plan on selling any of my positions, so I'm going to click on cancel. Now let's say that Rose decided to come down to these levels over here where there is some support. Well, then I would set a limit order down at 21.5. I would go to my Kucoin account, type in 0.2015, and then I would enter the rest of my USDT position into Rose. So if Rose were ever to drop down to 21.5, that's about minus 2.5%, Kucoin would automatically fill that order for me, buying Rose for me. So that's another strategy you can use because previously that level was a good buying opportunity. Now I do want to switch over to the 4-hour time frame because I want to look at some macro trends on how to trade bigger swings rather than, small increments. Now, when you trade on larger time frames like the 4-hour, the percentage gains are going to be much higher. So, we didn't quite reach 30. This was close. We got a buy signal. So, usually I wouldn't really enter a trade, maybe to dollar cost average into my longer term positions. Sure. But when the RSI hit 30 and we got a buy signal that was confirmed, that's when I would enter in a trade. 25% here, 25% here, and probably another 25% here. So I'm already 75% in the market. My average price is somewhere around here. I could sell when the sell signal came, 13%, and the RSI hit 70. But what if you sold too early, right? How do you know if you sold too early? Because you probably could have missed out on a 25% gain or even up to a 50% gain. Well, this is where the next tool within the Lux Algo comes in handy. You can double click on any of the buys or sells. This will pop up, or you can click on the settings button and you click on trend tracer. This is my other favorite tool within Lux Algo. Once you click on it, you will see this line pop up. It's a mixture of green and red lines. Here's how I use the trend tracer. When we get a buy signal and the line is still green, that tells me, hey, we are still in an uptrend. It turned red, but I'm going to ignore it because there were no signals that popped up. Thankfully, the market continued to go sideways. The trend tracer turned green, but we got consistent sell signals. That means that you would ignore these sell signals because the trend tracer has not turned red. And then we got another sell signal, but the trend stayed green. So the way to see these sell signals is sort of like a warning. It's kind of the market reminding you, hey, you should consider taking some profits off the table, especially once you get 3 in a row. But when you get a sell signal with the trend tracer turning red, that is a confirmation that this sell signal is valid. So all these buy signals are pretty much you can ignore or not considered valid because the trend tracer never turned green until right now. So right now we got a buy signal with the trend tracer turning green. This means that we are in a potential uptrend for rows like we did over here. We got 5 buy signals in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This red line does not count because we did not get any sell signals beforehand, so pretty much this is green all the way throughout. If this whole move was about a 61% gain and we expect something similar from down here, a 61% gain would put rows approximately around 32 cents. Of course, past performance does not guarantee future results, but we know that 32 cents was a range that Rose got rejected at. So could we get rejected again? Possibly. The trend tracer for the 4 hours is great for swing trading. So that means that you're holding a position for a couple days or even weeks. For larger time frames like the daily time frame, I don't really like to use the trend tracer. Instead, I like to use the trend catcher to kind of help me determine what kind of trend we are in. Green means we are in an uptrend, in other words, time to sell. Red means, hey, we're in accumulation or a sell-off, in other words, you should be accumulating or buying. Now, just to share a little bit about Kucoin, one of the reasons why I first got into them is because they had rows. Not only that, they have over 600 different coins in their platform. They have probably one of the largest selections of altcoins compared to a lot of different exchanges out there. They have a great desktop app and a mobile version. They have 24/7 customer service, and you can buy crypto with your card or through bank transfer. You can observe how the market is doing through their market tab, or you can trade by doing spot, margin, or they even have trading bots. I'll probably explore this later on. Derivatives, futures, I recommend avoiding them. Don't even touch them, especially if you're new to trading. So they do have that option. I don't recommend it. I'll probably never teach it. And under their earn tab, they have crypto lending. You can earn on your stable coins or your crypto, and so many other things that I have to still explore. The only thing I use is just to buy and sell spot. All the other features, I'll probably explore them later on, but ton of features. Amazing exchange. But really where Kucoin shines is the 0.1% fee. If you hold their native token KCS, the more you hold and the more you trade, the lower your trading fee will be. Well, with that said, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Hopefully it was helpful and insightful for those that are interested or currently trading. Remember to trade responsibly. Don't get too greedy or you will get wrecked. I'll see you guys in the next video. Over. Good night, good morning. Adios.